mix.
But when we watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'm gonna have to remind me to drop Richie B off, so I'm gonna strike over there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so let me see where everything went left for me. Cause I just feel like y'all making me sound like a lunatic.
No. Here's the thing. It was a triggering thing to say. You got to be like, even you, like, I feel like there's a million and one criticisms of Heavenly that could be talked about, but the aesthetic of Heavenly is not the problem. If we're being honest, and I feel like that was very triggering because at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with politics at this point because now you're zeroing in on something that is like a stereotype and it's a offensive stereotype because like you said, I'm a fat black woman. That's a hell no. We're not doing this on this like in this discussion because we got to find another way to like express what your thoughts are without making it about that. And
And
and I feel like he understood it when you snapped, but it was a point that it was like you was like, let's bring it back, let's do this again, let's speak. Like you're gonna have to understand exactly why the fuck I went off. And I think he was like, okay, well let me. It was like a situation where he understood where he went wrong, but at that point you were just activated. You was like, fuck that. I don't hear what you. I don't want to hear anything you would have got to say. Shut the fuck up.
no, it was more. He kept saying little shit and okay, girl, and that kind of shit. That's what
Yeah,
was like.
that was where the I feel like at some point he knew he
Because
was
I think he was
wrong.
standing on that shit. Because I feel like A, he was standing on it. B, this whole notion that she's not good enough now, you saying because she's fan black, but before, because of all the other stuff, is stupid to me when you look at who is in Congress. And I don't care what any Q or anybody say about you would rather have this and that instead of Heavenly and because she was on reality TV. Who cares? Like I said, you know who wouldn't have voted no for the TSA shutdown? Heavenly. You know who wouldn't vote against, kids getting free meals in school? Heavenly. You know who wouldn't be voting for against all of the issues that are being voted for right now? Heavenly. She's not this person that y'all trying to make her. We have a convicted felon
Mm,
accused of pedophilia. Okay?
mm,
Heinous, horrendous crimes.
yep.
More and more people every day we see them stealing, we see them doing insider trading, we see them killing adults. We just see the worst, are seeing the worst of the worst of a lot of people in
Mm.
Congress. And for y'all to say that she can't get up there, or Toya can't get up there, or I can't get up there because of ABCD, it annoys me just as a black community. Y'all got all these high standards for black people, but y'all don't have nothing for white people. Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, in this case with Heavenly, the fan base is more focused on what has happened on the show versus what she's promoting and campaigning on.
Exactly.
And that reason alone, I feel like when she started to run, she should have separated herself from that show. Because at this point, you have to make people see you away from the show perception and the character that was built on the show.
But think
I've
about the
seen,
people who don't even watch the goddamn show, who really care about, like
but the
Ali said,
voices of
well,
the
it
people who
depends
watch
on
the
what.
show is much louder, Richie. I feel like more people, because to be honest with you, okay, I'll give you this one point. I didn't really care what she had to say. I was just like, I don't like Heavenly. But you pushed along I feel like you pushed this to make me realize sometimes you just, in this case, because we are so focused on her character, we don't know what she's running on. We don't really know what she's about. We're just focusing on her as the character on,
On the show.
yeah. And at this point, if we are serious about politics, as we say we are, at least open your ears to hear what she's talking about. Because that's one of the things that I feel like as a community in general, if we feel like the whole situation with Kamala and the argument about people supporting her, not supporting her, I feel like a lot of people look at it like, oh, we're safe with a certain personality and we're not listening to the campaign points. We're not listening to what they're saying and their rollout. We're just focusing on, well, I think she'll be safer because she seems nice, or she did what he did. We haven't heard what she had said what she gonna do. And we really do need to focus on what she has to say versus what we feel about a person. Because people can make you feel lovely and happy when you see them, but they just smiling in your face and not saying nothing that really is going to help you. So my thing is with Heavily, I never really listened to what she had to say. And
Exactly.
that's like, it says to me at that point that I am kind of feeding into what people already feed into, is just going with the crowd. We have to sit back and open our ears and say, what is the individual talking about? And what would they be a good candidate for this election based off of their talking points and what they're pushing and what they're promoting? I don't think anybody can say that they heard what she had to say. We just too busy saying we don't like happening.
Look at Jason Lee, for instance, right? We
Mm-hmm.
can't stand Jason Lee, but Jason Lee secured, like, I forget how many millions of grant dollars to open up a youth center in wherever he lives or wherever he is. Sometimes
Yeah. But he
officer.
Jason Lee has a history in politics before he pulled away and started doing gossip, and like he has a history in public relations, government. I was surprised because I really wasn't knowing what he was. I always thought this man was a gossip rag. But the
Right.
more he started talking, I started realizing, oh, he's kind of built for this. He's done this before. But I be in Stockton voting for him. No, I'm in DC. So, but the people there seem to like what he's talking about, and
But
they
if
were
I was in
watching.
Jason Lee's district, if I was in Heavenly's district, I would vote for them. Why? We don't have representation like y'all think we do. We don't
Mhm.
get shit. We don't have stuff being awarded to us. People want to cry about us not getting us, like the foreigners get all these opportunities and
Mm.
financial assistance and all that stuff. That's because they have people fighting for them. We don't have nobody fighting for us.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't give a damn what Heavenly did on Married to Medicine. I really don't. Everybody on there is deplorable to me. Every single person on there is despicable.
Yeah, they've played it up so much that people can't separate the person from the character. I really feel like all of them are characters on that show.
Exactly. Their
They act
character.
real crazy and they do whatever they have to do to push the ratings. But their
Exactly.
real life, I don't know, because that made me not as a doctor. The stuff that not as a doctor, but the stuff that the doctors have said on this show, it makes me afraid to go to them for service. Because like the stuff, what's her name, Miss Jackie, Jackie. She said some stuff out her mouth that I'm like, wow. I wonder what she does in her like. It's just, but that's because she was saying stuff to get attention to it, and I don't. Now she's like she walked it back, but I was like, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm
And
saying?
let's take that for instance, right? Jackie. So at a certain point, maybe the show might have hit a lull, and everybody feel like, oh, we got to step it up because we'll get canceled. Like, look at Miami. So everybody's doing stuff, to make narratives or whatever. So Jackie called herself being more
Hey, Dana.
visible, going on Heavenly's channel and having debates and said some wrong shit or whatever. And she paid and is paying dearly for that because the fans, they're rabid now. It's like Jay-Z was saying, people don't want to really hear what he's saying, but it doesn't just stop in social media now. Like, because of social media, people take shit too far. So she said that, and now people like, she need to get off the show. She need to get off the show. Well, when she was on the show trying to be more likable, y'all wanted to crucify the lady because of the things she say, or her husband, or this, or that, da, 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 da. So it's like, I get both. I get both things.
I get both things, but I feel like with her situation, it was directly affecting her business because she was talking about her patients. That's different from I'm running for a political seat and I'm trying to get you all to hear what I have to say to promote like the change I want to see in my district. That's different. That's what I said. Like the difference is one person is direct. She's directly talking about her patients. Now people are questioning her ability and her ability to do something, ability to be respectful to her patients' needs and wants. Because it was talking about people pretending to be in pain. But for me, I feel like the conversation taught me one thing. At the end of the day, it's always about what the person is talking about and what they're promoting, and don't make it an issue of the individual and not liking them. Because one thing I know with Kanye tried to run, he said some wild shit out of his mouth, and I was just like, yeah, it ain't gonna work happening. And the stuff he was talking about doing, he wasn't even talking about a platform. He just wanted to put his name in the race and run. And everybody was like, Kanye is losing it. That's the point where you need, like, you do have to turn around and listen to what they have to say. We don't do that these days anymore. We just base it off of, oh, I like this person, or I think the track record is safe to basically keep them in office. I don't know. I
Real
think
quick,
what's going on
sidebar.
now, we need to really
Sidebar.
do open up
How
our
do y'all
ears.
get rid of old chicken grease, chicken frying grease?
What you want to take it and put it throw it away?
Yeah.
I usually put it down the drain with liquid soap to break it up, and then
Mm,
run the
mm-mm,
garbage
mm-mm,
disposal.
mm-mm, mm-mm. It's a
Mhm.
private house there. No, put it in a plastic bag, tie it up, throw it out in the garbage.
All right.
Okay,
No, because I'm saying, you got to think about. I just had a major flood here. Remember
then. Mm-hmm.
about
You're not
two
supposed
weeks
to do
ago.
that
It,
because
it ruins the
like
pipe
yeah,
in
because for
in
instance,
due
my
time.
dad, we have a garbage disposal, and
Oh, that.
he was putting everything in the garbage disposal. So now we have kind of a backup in our drains. We have to get our drains like
Yes,
I don't know, like push the stuff through. I don't know how you do
I've
it.
been doing that since I literally just put dish grease in it and let it break up and send it down.
but after a while,
You
it,
live in
it
an
will
apartment,
cause
right?
a
I lived
backup.
in a house and I lived in an apartment, and that's what I always did.
Yeah, but
Apartment might be better equipped for that, but in a house you will fuck your shit up eventually.
Damn.
exactly.
I'll stop it from here on out.
Yeah. Because in the house you have to open up that flap, the backwater flap, and all that
Mhm.
stuff gets stuck in there, and that's what I had to do. If I showed you the pictures, you would lose your cookie
Damn. Okay.
of everything that was inside there. It was terrible.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fun to see how y'all do it. I see them seeing people put they got some kind of thing that makes it like turns it into a gel. Because one time I did put it in the trash. It leaked all over the sidewalk outside. The stain is still out there. So I'll just wait until trash day to put it up. I'll just put it in, find a container to put it in.
Right, right, right.
But go ahead.
Mhm.
My bad. As
No,
you
I
wish.
just, I'm sorry. Go ahead, lovely.
No, Amy, you was hitting the good points. That's why I didn't say anything. I think where he messed up, he should have said in the beginning. He should have said the public, and history shows us that the public usually is going to just look at her and say, "Here's another loudmouth, fat black woman." That's what he should have said in the beginning, but he didn't put
But
that
it's
prefix on it.
but
So
it's
it
not
seemed like,
arguments to use. I'm
wait, but
sorry.
it seemed like it was just coming from him. Like he was saying, she's fat and black. You know, that's why Richie was
That's
like,
how it
wait a
came
minute.
out.
Yeah, it
Right, that's how it
activated.
came out. He should have said that the public is going to see her like that, white America, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how they, you know, from history shows us that's how they view a
Hmm.
heavyset black
I
woman.
think a
Dark
lot of people are
woman.
getting away with just smiling in our faces and we're okay with just letting them in. I think we
Exactly.
haven't really required, as of late, we don't require really much from our politicians other than them being like well spoken. Like you can speak well, you got a good vocabulary, but when we're talking
But
about policies and all the rest
if
of that stuff,
you,
nobody's really requiring much. You just want to make sure they don't act like stupid in public. I hate to say
like
it like
a
the way
point
Trump
I
does.
made in the chat yesterday about Mala, I was like, okay, sounds good. First black woman in there, that would be great. And this, that, and however, when it came down to, you remember, I don't know if you know about history with the black people that lost all their monies in the banks or whatever. And she
Mm-mm.
was talking about fighting to get that money back, right? In one sentence, she said that. But then in the next sentence, that's what the point I'm trying to make. You got to listen to what they say because they do a lot of dancing with the words. Now, in one
Mm-mm.
sentence, she said, "We're going to fight and get that money back because that was wrong, what happened to them. And I'm going to make sure that that money is dispersed amongst all people of color." Hold up. Wait a minute. All people
Mm-mm.
of color didn't work and in as housekeepers and maids and this and that, what have you, and save their money and put it in that bank. That was those black people's money. So that money should go back to the people or their descendants at this point. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? How the hell you just gonna take our money and take their money and just divvy it up amongst all people of color? All people of color don't share the same history
Yeah,
so far as
that's
their struggle. You understand? It's not
hmm
right. I was like, oh, that's that bull crap. I said, what she's trying to do is please the masses. I said, nah, I'm through with her. And that's why I didn't. I said,
There
nah.
is a reason why she was chosen. Just like I played the video of
Exactly.
Joe Biden, how he really feels towards the black community and the laws. Joe Biden has did more damage to the black community than y'all really know. If you want me to show you, I will.
I saw that video yesterday. So I
Joe
was like,
Biden has
look
He
at
is
always
this here.
been.
responsible for a lot of the legislation,
Mhm.
especially Hillary Clinton. The 3-strike rule, she called black people super predators. That's why when people be like, Hillary Clinton, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah, she
whoa.
had
Wait,
enough bites at the
did,
apple. Go on there.
did
Go
you
on
hear
there.
I
what
might
he
have to take y'all
said?
down. We might have to do some history lessons with these motherfuckers for real, for real.
Did
We
So I
you
need
can
a
show
new
hear?
y'all.
batch of politicians with new ideas. No more people just showing up and saying, "Hey, who has a history, not the best track record. They have the worst track records." I know everybody not gonna be perfect when they do legislation, but some of these people is like, "Come on, we got to do better than the people they keep throwing at us." Like
No,
the
Richie, I
Clintons
think you
don't
should
need to
play
be
it
nowhere
again.
near nobody's legislation. They had too many bites at the apple, and they
Did you?
shown themselves to just not do the
So,
right stuff. Like y'all gotta. It's time to go. Go somewhere
not
else.
just the right stuff. Did you hear? Did you hear that thing she played yesterday with Biden back in '92 or '93? He
I play
even
it again.
said in there in that speech, he was like, "And the children born out of wedlock, they belong in prison." That's
Who
what
said
he
that?
said.
Who
I'm
Yes,
gonna
said
play
play,
that?
it again. I'm gonna play
play,
it again.
play it, play
Oh
it, Richie.
hell
I was like,
no!
"Oh
He
my
said
god,
that?
yes."
Listen, I gotta
Oh
play
hell
this.
no!
It's one, two,
His son
it's
sound
five
act like
videos.
he out in a wedlock. Wait, he be going out here smoking that crack. I know he not talking. I'm
There's
sorry.
only 5 videos, but they're very important videos, and they're only
Yes.
about 2 and 3 minutes long. So shall we?
The C-SPAN networks bring you long-form public affairs programming from the nation's capital and are a public service of your television provider. C-SPAN, created by cable.
The fourth challenge is to take back our streets from crime, gangs, and drugs. And we have actually been making
This is in 96.
progress on this count as a nation because of what local law enforcement officials are doing, because of what citizens and neighborhood patrols are doing. We're making some progress. Much of it is related to the initiative called community policing, because we have finally gotten more police officers on the street. That was one of the goals that the president had when he pushed the crime bill that was passed in 1994. He promised 100,000 police. We're moving in that direction, but we can see it already makes a difference. Because if we have more police interacting with people, having them on the streets, we can prevent crimes. We can prevent petty crimes from turning into something worse. But we also have to have an organized effort against gangs. Just as in a previous generation, we had an organized effort against the mob. We need to take these people on. They are often connected to big drug cartels. They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel. And the president has asked the FBI to launch a very concerted effort against gangs everywhere. In addition to that, he has appointed a new drug czar. You probably saw him Tuesday night. He's one of the most distinguished active military generals that we have in our country. He's already proven.
Predators
We'll
to keep
figure
it
out
big.
how the niggas got like that later. But right now, they need to heal. That's what you
In
tell a
prison.
dog.
But you said to heal in prison. That's what you.
Oh damn! They was out here really flexing. They wasn't even pretending. She said them
No.
called
That he
them
knows how
superpowers
to
like
interdict
good.
drugs because of his command of the South American activity on behalf of the United States. But General McCaffrey will make a big difference. And I believe it is now time for all of us to know what we can do individually to be part of this anti-crime, anti-gangs, anti-drug effort. The fifth challenge is to protect the environment.
So 25 years after the 1994 crime bill was enacted, we are still having conversations about the import and significance of the bill.
That 1994 crime bill, it did contribute to mass incarceration in our country.
It's important that people remember the context of the political environment in the early 1990s.
The other big piece of legislation on Capitol Hill tonight is the crime bill.
Now, violent crime peaked in 1991, and the drafters of the bill didn't know that in 1993 and 1994 when they were drafting and signing it. Urban areas, urban cities across the country were ravaged by crack cocaine, and Americans were afraid of crime. The 1994 crime bill was
put the shit here.
Thank you.
This was a pretty significant bill at the time, and President Clinton and Senator Biden at the time were right that the bill was significant.
The most significant federal effort to deal with violent crime in America that has ever been undertaken.
It was important for a Democrat at the time to be seen as taking a significant role in trying to reduce crime and violence in the United States. And at the time, the Congressional Black Caucus was part of the debate around the crime bill. And the Congressional Black Caucus didn't want every provision that was included in this bill. It became clear that the provisions in the 94 crime bill were going to be a political compromise.
We'll come back to this one.
They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about...
Real quick, I just got an emergency alert that said something about immediate dispersal order. I don't know what that means. Did y'all get that?
No.
And it's not giving me any other information. Emergency alert. Update. Immediate dispersal order. What is the fuck? I told y'all they got some shit going down at our naval base, our naval yard. I'm gonna look this up.
why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel.
We have predators on our streets. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
There's about 100,000 of them, if you want to be rhetorically extreme about it, who are the predators. There's 100,000 real bad apples out there. 100,000 of the kids you read about in the front page of the newspaper every day.
It was a mistake. He's been in government 47 years. He never did a thing except in 1994 when he did such harm to the black community. And they were called, and he called them super predators. And he said that. He said it, super predators. And they kept never lived that down. 1994, your crime bill, the super predators.
Your response to that, Vice Chair?
My response to that is I never, ever said what he accused me of saying. The fact of the matter is in 2000,
liar.
After the crime
That's
bill
when he was
had been
losing his mind, right?
in the law for a while. This is
Yeah,
a
he
guy
probably
who
don't
said,
remember what he did that day.
You know what? Hillary Clinton said that shit.
not
Bill
enough
Clinton.
people.
He might not have said
Please
that.
go
I
on
think
my website, get the quote
I gotta
the date
look.
when he said it. Not enough people.
He called them
talked
super
about
predators. He was
marauding
he knew.
gangs, young gangs, and the people who are going to maraud our cities. This is a guy who in the Central Park five innocent black kids, he continued to push for making sure that they got the death penalty. No.
Not for nothing. That was one group of people. You did that to a generation of black men that are still in jail, we are still suffering the fact of your fucking, for you and the Clinton's fucking crime bill, nigga.
Can I say something?
Yes.
You know what the purpose of it was, right? To have mass incarceration, to put us back into a form of slavery. And it's about money. And that's when all the private prisons came about. It's all
they made a
about
lot of
money.
money.
That's what it was about. We need labor. Just like they wanted to build this America's here, they went and got the slaves to make labor. So now that slavery has been abolished here in their government, they have abolished it. But we know how to get them back into slavery. If we're going to lock them up, We're gonna put the drugs in it. What's the name? They can't resist. They can't find decent jobs or what have you because discrimination or whatever.
Mhm.
That they're gonna commit crimes, and then we'll lock them up, and we can make them work and print license plates for 2 cents. Slavery
Mhm.
all over
I
again.
keep
That's what it
telling
is.
these young Negroes that this is a new form of slavery, prison. And then in Alabama, it's so terrible that they have actual prisoners like working in McDonald's and Wendy's, working whatever, and not getting paid and allowed to go back to prison. These companies, there's a list of companies who get free or discounted labor from the prison system. This is
That's
some
Mhm.
new,
awful.
like people,
Mm-mm-mm.
these little boys, they out here killing each other. It's terrible. They don't understand what is really going
They don't
on.
have a clue. They don't have a clue that they are on the
And
menu.
then the new thing when they're talking about um how they gonna have them out there picking, and remember in school when you had shop class, when you go to the wood shop or whatever, or you had the cooking class where they teach you how
Yeah.
to cook and whatever. They're trying to implement that, but they're doing it in the form of them going out to pick the grapes and then this and that and the fruit and this and that, and they're gonna call it agriculture. That's the bullshit.
Oh, they're gonna have
Yeah,
them picking
that's
fruit
why
now?
the Department of Education is the Department of Labor now. It's
Yes.
let me see if I can
Oh,
find that conversation.
Shaizny.
It's the
Yeah.
reason they wanted to dismantle the Department of Education for that very purpose. Is another one.
They know it's coming. They
How
said this
can
is
we
the
get
first
these niggas
generation.
back into slavery?
They
Is
said this is the
basically what it
first.
is.
You know how they said most generations, their generation after them are usually smarter than them. They said this new generation is actually not smarter than the generation before. It's like they've lowered they have gotten worse. So
Yeah,
it's almost like they're preparing them to be enslaved. It's like
exactly.
we had the pandemic, those kids were out of school. Now we have, like, I was talking to my sister the other day, and like in my, like, we live by the Washington Capitol, and we just talking about these young boys that got into a gunfight over there, and it's like the national police, the US, you got the US guard, the what's it called, guard, they just got released to the cities. They had ICE out there, and they had
National.
DC police, the national guard. They snatched those boys up so quick, and I was like, "Why do you think they do that?" She said, "'Cause some boys are on them drugs that make them not be thinking. They don't even be like panic. They don't pay attention to you're going to jail. There's no question about you down here in federal land. Because what people don't understand in DC, we are a district of Columbia. We're the district, but most of the land downtown is federal. So whenever you get in trouble in
Mhm.
the federal spaces, you're getting charged for a federal crime.
Yeah.
And now they put Trump to sign something to do the death penalty for the federal, like a federal crime.
Mm,
So
mm,
these boys are high on that K2, all types of stuff, running around acting like little banshees. And they think that they're just gonna go and go to be set down in a holding cell. No, you're about to get shipped off to a federal prison, and you're gonna be there working for free until you're like 40 or 50 years old. Because these kids are like 15, 16 years old doing this crazy stuff.
mhm.
And they're not thinking. They don't have a clue. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, are you slow? This is federal land. Why would you even start a fight out here? You couldn't wait to get back to your neighborhood to fight? Now you about to go to jail for the rest of your life. They're not giving no breaks.
But even with that, it just sickens me how I see a lot of them fighting for territory, shooting each other up. You don't own a motherfucking thing, not even one house on that block.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not yours, you idiot. I don't get it. I
Yep.
don't know why people don't think things all the way through.
They on them
They're
drugs. And the
like
drugs they got
children.
them on now, I don't even know what's in their brain is like completely fried. The drugs
Yeah.
are so bad now. I'm trying to tell you. Because, like, I smell weed in this area. It don't even smell like weed. It smells like death. I couldn't even say what it is. They be like, "Oh, this is weed." I'm like, "I don't know what that is, but that ain't weed."
Everybody thinks that, okay, they made marijuana legal to a certain extent, based upon how much you can have at a time. And, oh, it's great. Let's get into this business or whatever. It's a reason for that. Do you know here in New York City, the people that was just selling, regular weed or whatever, the stores,
Mhm.
the police was going in there, well, they were sent in there to, they even poisoned certain batches of weed. Yes, they did. to make
It's
sure that you can
poisonous?
only
Oh,
buy it from the dispensary. Tell me why
I
that
believe
is.
that.
Tell me,
Because it's
no,
not.
that's what happened. It was on the news.
Oh, I'm saying I agree. What I've been seeing, it makes all sense now. Because I'm telling you, the stuff I smell, it smells like death.
It's mixed with something. Trust me. Not regular cess, Buddha, Think
Mm-mm.
about all this stuff we got now, loud, this, that, what have you. We ain't had that trip. I can remember when I was a kid. Okay, I could say it. They can't do a damn thing to her. My mother's, sleeping in peace right now. My mother was one of the biggest weed dealers out in Coney Island.
Mm.
Okay? It was right there. She grew in the house, whatever, this, that, and the third. The weed I was raised up, smelling and this and that, what have you, dismantling straight from the tree is different from the weed that we have today. Like I'm telling you, they have Buddha, they have sass, whatever. All this loud, this, that, whatever, all these different names. That shit is mixed with something. That's not regular weed.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And it's making them do crazy, dumb stuff, but they are going
Of
to go to
course.
jail.
It's a part of the plan.
No, they didn't say so. There was an audio about it was Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy, and they were caught in audio discussing bringing back child labor, slavery, or field work, and then now they're saying, oh, it was false, it was unsupported, and they have taken all of they're trying to hide it and claim it's all this fake false news. This is the shit now that these two people own all of the media in the country. Now they're saying, oh, that was fake. That was fake. They're playing in our faces. I heard the shit. It was not fake.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to find it.
Mitch McConnell, he always act like he's disabled when people ask him questions. He try to fall out and
He
stuff.
like short circuits in real time.
I don't think nothing wrong with that man. I think he don't want to answer questions, so he act
He
like he
is
fall.
old. No, that bitch is old. He done probably had a couple strokes. He just be
But you
looking.
notice how he always having a episode where people ask him real questions. If you ever noticed that?
No, I seen him the other day and they asked him a simple question. And he just forgot what he was saying. He was like, what are we saying? I don't know. It could be fake.
I think his ass finds a good time to act like he don't know what's going on. And it's always when somebody asks him something about some real stuff. Because if they say, "Hey, how you doing today?" He be like, "I'm good." Did he be like, "What about this issue?" And he be like, "Ugh," and start falling all over the place. Like, motherfucker, you ain't slick. I know. Listen, there are some people who are older that know the game and they know how to get out of. They know how to move quick. I think Trump's something wrong with him, but Mitch McConnell, I think he's slick. He want to slip people.
They
He
don't
may
want
be.
him to lose his seat. That's all. That's why they keeping him in there.
He gonna probably wind up dying in that seat because he won't leave. He's gonna be
I'm
like one day he's just not gonna come to
feel like
work.
nigga done already died right in front of our eyes for real, for
It's
real.
not that he won't leave. He's needed at vote because that's a guaranteed vote for what they
Yeah,
want to
they keep
do.
him in there. I feel like he's gonna be one of those people. They be like, "Where's Mitch at?" That's when he gonna be like, "Oh, he died at home." Because that happened to that lady scoliosis, the one who she never left her. She never retired. She died as a Supreme Court justice.
Hold
She
on,
just
let's see
didn't come to
what
work one day.
a dumb society is a controllable. Exactly. C.C. Patterson. Great. Unfortunately, not so black males. Going to prison is an
Well,
aspiration.
I
Yeah.
really can't
Sad.
find the audio.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you so
No,
long.
I'm looking for this audio and they really like suppressed it. That's
Yeah,
how I
I can
know
believe
it's
it.
real because they really are hiding it. If it wasn't normally when this stuff is fake, they don't give a shit. They don't take it down everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is people are too woke today, and people, those are what we call receipts or what have you. They'll tell you what they're gonna do if you just listen. Like Trump,
Mm-hmm.
everything he's doing right now, he told you he was gonna do it. Everybody's acting like, "Oh, I'm so surprised! Look what he's doing! Oh my god! Oh my god!" He
I think
told you
you played something the other day where they were saying that Trump is taking the fall for all of their dirty work. He does it,
exactly.
but he
He's
gets
the
the
only
back.
one, and the plan is big. It's bigger than him. Everybody's, saying, "Oh, Trump is doing this." Let me tell you something. Trump would not be up in there if certain powers that be didn't want him in there.
Mm-hmm.
way we can do that. Okay, maybe I found it. Hold on. Wait, is this it? That's ridiculous. Mitch, we have to get rid of the separation of church and state. We must have state-funded religious schools. I don't see where you're getting it. Mitch, those schools. Now they playing in our faces. This is somebody reenacting it. This is basically what they said. This isn't the audio that I heard, but this is what they were saying. I need to rewind this. Hold on. Sync Facebook.
Right, Gina Explorer, right.
Mitch, we have to bring slavery back. Those were the good old days. They didn't say it like this. We do that. There's no way we can do that, Mitch. Black people won't do it, but white people will. Kevin, how do we get white people to be slaves? That's ridiculous.
That sounds like AI.
This is AI. I'm gonna tell you what happened. We must have state-funded religious schools. I don't see where you're getting it. Mitch, those schools will have programs for 4th through 8th graders. I think I see where you're going here. How is that going to work? Mitch, we get the kids to pick all the produce as a part of their work program to teach them the values of good old-fashioned blue-collar labor and the bounty of God. Kevin, I don't think that anyone will go for that. Mitch, it's all about grooming. Start in the 1st grade, and by 4th grade, they'll be ready to do it. Kevin, but we already have people to pick the produce. Mitch, we have to finish the wall. Kevin, no way that's going to happen. Mitch, we find better ways to get the immigrants out of the United States. Kevin, don't leave ICE. Mitch, yes. Kevin, this will be too hard, and we'll be too busy trying to sustain this over long periods of time and generations. Mitch, no, we get rid of the abortion laws in the United States and we make it mandatory that all 8th grade females be impregnated in order to graduate. Kevin, like replacing the crops. Ha ha ha. Pun intended. Also, Kevin, I will work on getting the abortion ban. You work on state-funded religious schools. Mitch, we don't have to do either. Lindsay and I took care of that with the new SCOTUS. Now, I actually heard the real conversation of them. This is somebody reading the back. They probably added a little extra because I don't remember them saying slavery, but they were saying slavery without saying slavery. I remember the actual audio of that, which I can't find anywhere, which tells me it was real. And it was before a lot of this shit happened. Now a lot of this stuff has happened. The abortion ban, the doubling of ICE, the Supreme Court justices, a lot of this stuff has happened. The dismantling of the Department of Education and making it Department of Labor. They said some more stuff in here too. I heard that. I'm gonna find it.
I had a girlfriend down south that had to leave her state to go get an abortion, and it was it's really hard for those people down there. It's like you just like Georgia doesn't allow abortion, so you have to go to the neighboring states to find like help. And some of those people are doing stuff that is dangerous. They're taking pills that are expired, especially the abortion pills, and they have to go on. It's just bad. It's not like,
I don't remember if y'all saw me play. Shut up! If y'all saw me play the thing where the doctor wouldn't say men couldn't have babies, but the whole reason of that hearing was because a lot of the drug that they're taking for the abortions, not a lot, but enough people are actually not taken properly, not under the care of a doctor, like they get out of state, and it can fuck up a fetus if it's supposed to be taken within a certain amount of, like, it's something like a real small window, like 6 to 8 weeks, something like that.
This just happened to my girlfriend. She took
I don't have
it.
sympathy for that broad that they arrested because that bitch was almost 6 months pregnant. Why the fuck would you wait? Sorry for the language. Until you almost 6 months.
Some people don't got the
What you
money.
saying, Amy? Your friend happened. What happened to your
My
friend?
friend she was in Atlanta. She got pregnant. She drove to North Carolina, and her dude took her to like a place where they gave her some pills. I don't know what happened, but she came back and she was like still bleeding after a number of days. And I called her and was like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "It's starting to stink." I said, "Girl, you got to go to the ER." But she was scared to go in because she knew she had took that pill. But when she
Right.
got there, they was like, whatever, it wasn't gone. Her baby was still like it was
Right.
still remnants.
A
It was still
DNC
rem.
had to be done.
But she was
They
bleeding
did
with
it.
the
Yeah, they
baby
had to do a
in there.
DNC, and she had to stay overnight
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because
Did they
whatever
lock her up?
nah, because she said she tried to say she was because she had took the pills like on the 28th of February when she went in. It was like the 20th. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think it was like that. She basically was like that for like 3-4 weeks. And I told her, girl, you better go in. So when she went, she said that she was like they said she was miscarrying, but like they had to do a DNC and let her stay
Mm-hmm.
overnight to take the rest of it out. But she
Right.
was getting an infection.
Of course, because there's a dead body inside of her. Yeah.
Yeah, and she did it like whatever they gave her in North Carolina did not get it out. And she was about 6-7 weeks when she went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they killed the baby,
That's the
but it
work.
couldn't pass through. So what they had to do was place laminaria sticks around her cervix and give her a DNC.
Yep. But she was scared to go in because she already knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, if you don't get your black ass to the doctor,
Guys, real quick.
because Mhm.
Time out. Time out. Time out. I'm going to take this off Richie B sides because that's supposed to be my channel. That's for me to get my Amazon sponsorships and stuff. I'm gonna
Oh, I'm
take this
sorry.
government. No. So if you're on Richie B side, just come back to the Richie B.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I think I came in through the BGB side to this was it
I'll
the
put the link before I drop
all
it.
right, okay.
You just click the link. But yeah, shit is wild out here.
Thank God she's okay. No, I just said thank God she's okay. You know, your friend,
Yeah.
because that could have killed her. Oh, Amy,
That
you
was like
just
a
there?
that was part of the hearing.
What you said? Go to Richie B. What is this?
I'm
That's
gonna I'm about to put it in the link right now. I mean in the comments right now. Because my Richie B sides, so I do want to have an Amazon store, but ChatGPT was telling me that they're real particular about their partner. So like this is my Wild Wild West channel, but the other channel is going to be more like refined and no cursing and no
okay. So,
political.
so we got to get off this link
Yeah, I
and
put
go
the
back.
link in the chat. Get
All
off
right.
Richie B sides.
Okay.
All right, I'm dropping that now. And I'm on to. All right. All right. So let me finish playing this.
Of the crimes that were suggested. Look, and talk about granted, he did in fact let 20 people, he commuted 20 people's sentences. We commuted over 1,000 people's sentences. Over 1,000. The very law he's talking about is a law that, in fact, initiated by Barack Obama. And secondly, we're in a situation here where the federal prison system was reduced by 38,000 people under our administration. And one of these things we should be doing, there should be no minimum mandatories in the law. That's why I'm asking $20 billion to states to change their state laws to eliminate minimum mandatories and set up drug courts. No one should be going to jail because they have a drug problem. They should be going to rehabilitation, not to jail. We should fundamentally change the system, and that's what I'm going to do.
Crime bills that you supported in the 80s and 90s contributed to the incarceration of tens of thousands of young Black men who had small amounts of drugs in their possession.
Did that when I wonder why it dropped y'all from the link when I dropped it?
possession. They are sons, they are brothers, they're fathers, they're uncles, whose families are still to this day, some of them suffering the consequences. So speak to those families. Why should they vote for you?
One of the things is that in the 80s, we passed 100%, all 100 senators voted for it, a bill on drugs and how to deal with drugs. It was a mistake. I've been trying to change the sense, and particularly the portion on.
Then when I dropped Richie B-sides, did it kick y'all off the panel?
No, I just exited out and came back in through this way. I thought maybe it would be linked to the other one, and you said you want that page clean.
Yeah, I don't think it is, because I think it's through StreamYard. Yeah, it's the actual StreamYard. Amy,
But you never know. Yeah, I was gonna say, where's Amy at?
All right, so I'm gonna finish playing this while we wait for Amy to come back. It's not that long. It's
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to hear it again because I was.
That's why I've been arguing that, in fact, we should
Well,
not send
I really want to hear him back on his day, because he don't even know what day it is on here.
Into treatment across the board. That's what we should be spending money. That's why I set up drug courts, which were never funded by our Republican friends. They should not be going to jail for a drug or an alcohol problem. They
Before you didn't give a damn.
Treatment. That's what we've been trying to do. That's what I'm going to get done, because I think maybe the American people have now seen that, in fact, it was a mistake to pass those laws relating to drug, but they were not in the crime bill.
Because you want to get elected, that's why.
And his boy was suffering.
So this is Joe Biden's speech. I can't believe this here. This is his speech in 1993. They're talking about the crime bill, and politically, this was a time where everybody had to be tough on crime. I'm going to stand up and fight crime. That's what I'm going to do. Look at his language. Look at his position and his disposition, and then we'll come back and break this down, and I'll tell you why this is so telling and also disastrous.
We must take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter, or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they
1993 this was.
They had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them, that thousands of them.
We created them.
Without parents, without supervision, taken off the street. That's number one, taken off the street.
Now you see why, people say, oh, black women aren't married, and There is, in their community, obviously from hearing this, you don't have baby, this is enforced, out of wedlock. That makes you criminally insane, apparently, if your parents aren't married. This stuff is wild.
Victims
but you know what?
The end result.
But you know what? It's a part of their plan. Because remember, because of discrimination, blacks couldn't get certain jobs, this, that, what have you. So therefore, the women, the only way they could get help from the government, like public assistance or whatever, if the man wasn't present in the household. That's in the 70s. So that created the breakdown of the family and why the men had to separate. You understand? It's all a plan. We're going to set them up and put them in a bad position where the kids have no choice but to commit crime in order to feed themselves and their families. And then we're going to lock them up, and then we'll have our slave labor. Yeah. It's all a plan.
Is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask.
Your crackhead
What
son.
made them do it? They must be taken off the street.
Your son.
Number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. That society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them.
He said we create this system of, not being in wedlock or not having parents or structure because we're locking up all the men or we separate the families. But yeah, we created it, but so what? We still need to lock them up. We have created a monster.
That's horrible. He said they have no parents or whatever. I mean, I was born in wedlock, but there's plenty of people I know that weren't, and they're good people. What the fuck does he mean?
He meant exactly what he said.
He has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them at that point. That's the sad truth. I'm the guy that said rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it and notice it. And even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why. So you cannot make rehabilitation a condition for release. That's why in our system, there's the federal system, you serve 85% of your time. It's a shame, but we don't know how to rehabilitate. But there is a consensus, and I will cease. We must make the streets safer. I don't care why someone is a malfactor in society. I don't care why someone is antisocial. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society, try to help them, try to change the behavior. That's why we do in this bill. We have drug treatment and we have other treatments to try to deal with it. But they are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. But we would be absolutely stupid as a society if we didn't recognize the condition that nurtured those folks still exist. And we must deal with that.
So that bill that he was vociferously arguing for is a bill that locked up countless non-violent drug offenders.
Mm-hmm.
So many lives were ruined because of his insane position, hardcore right wing, law and order, tough on crime stance, which again, ultimately, this wasn't focused on, you know, violent offenders or something. It was non-violent drug offenders.
Hey, girlfriend, unfiltered. Where you been?
Language. Take back the streets. Their background and what happened doesn't matter. This is super predator type language. He said there are predators on the streets. Hillary had said super predators. They have no conscience. And probably the worst part of all is the last part where he says we can't focus on rehabilitation. Rehabilitation, we just can't do it. Now, you know, I'm on record. I've said that I think a mixed approach on criminal justice reform is the way to go, where you should have rehabilitation and punishment.
Americans have turned out all over the country in over 3,000 locations. In my capacity as president of the National Action Network, I participated in No Kings here in New York with my friend, one of the extraordinary actors of all time, Oscar winner, and an activist, Robert De Niro, who spoke alongside with me and others at a press conference kicking off the event in New York today. And he's been kind enough to join me on set, actor and director Robert De Niro. Robert, this is the third No Kings rally that's been organized since Trump's second term. Each protest in the past breaking turnout in record numbers. You out there today, here in New York, on the front lines. What was it like today, and how did it compare to the last two protests?
Well, I wasn't at the last two, but I I was aware of them, watching them and so on, and they were impressive, but I knew that they had to be much larger. The people have to really come out. And so far that's been happening. They have to come out as much as they can, because there's whatever this guy is going to try, things are going to happen that we don't know yet about. He'll try anything. It's just what it is, who he is. So we have to be prepared to go with whatever comes our way. So I was happy that it's strong, and I hope it's even stronger. I don't even like to use the word hope. It will be stronger until, because it is, like you said, 7 months away. In terms of a lot can happen.
Yeah. Now, you've always been politically active, using your stature in pop culture and Hollywood to amplify issues that are important to you. We've worked together extensively in past for civil rights fights, along with National Action Network, and awarding you. But can you speak why you've been so involved, especially now, rejecting the notion that celebrities should simply just shut up and stick to their arts? Why? What is?
You did watch the Super Predator one. Okay. So.
Josh lost all that weight, but he couldn't lose that big ass head.
I want to see what Cardi B was on Jimmy Fallon.
Welcome back to New York City. I always love having you here. Thanks for coming through.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I want to talk about this. Your tour, Little Miss Drama, selling out.
This is probably copywritten. Watch this later. She looks so much different. Perfect face framing.
Her team is smart though, because she brought out Remy Ma, she brought out Little Kim.
Yeah. All right, so let's see where I wanted Amy to come back.
Right? Where you went?
Oh, what's this? I'm still got this shit. It's 7:30.
Oh, it's almost time.
All right, so let's watch Love and Marriage, Huntsville.
Which one? You saw the one from last week?
Yeah, it was just Destiny meeting up with her long lost siblings and her crackhead mother.
Oh, it's so sad.
We can watch it later. We got about an hour and a half before Married to Medicine comes on. We can all right. Let's do this. Let's watch a little bit. I do want to see where I went left yesterday. And I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Wow.
Amy said she coming. She said, her daughter called her.
Okay. I'm gonna see where if I was out of pocket. Let me see my channel.
You wasn't. You did really good. I seen you well up though. When he first said it, I want you to play so you can watch it yourself and your face, the way you. I said, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Oh, it's gonna get him." And right away, Q, I got to tip my hat to Q right away. Even though you didn't care for it, he was like, "He's cutting me. You're cutting me off. You're not letting me say what." But he was doing his damnness to diffuse because he saw he was getting ready to go real left.
Yeah.
He did a good
And
job.
in the moment, I wasn't seeing it there. I was seeing what he was trying to do, but like move. You know when you be fighting, you be like,
When
get
you
off me,
fight,
don't touch me.
exactly. You want to get your lick in, and no, don't hold me.
Wait, so this thing I streamed an hour ago, did we? Let me see this real quick. I'm sorry. This was I can delete this.
You remember Pillow Fight with
Japanese style milk bread.
with Candy, where she said, "Don't hold me
take
back, Todd."
Right. All right, I'm gonna actually delete manage videos. Sorry, I want to delete this one because we didn't.
Oh my God. Oh.
So let's see.
You see the chat? You see the chat?
No, okay. Oh no, ex-sister-in-law started birthday. She's really going. Oh, take your time. Where you been at, Girlfriends Unfiltered? I used to call her Girlfriends Unlimited. I think she's from Philly.
Okay.
Somebody on here is from Philly. All right, let's see. I want to skip past the Married to Medicine. I mean, $4, but I actually like it that way because it gives me 50 gigabytes. You know, my lives be all night sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can delete them. I was on good board that. I was like, so what happened was I had got to like.
They seem like the happiest couple. I honestly feel like Jackie, Simone, and Heavenly are jealous of Toya because y'all have Toya's man loves her, he takes care of her, even if you weren't the primary breadwinners. You could still have a man that loves and dotes on you and takes care of you. Even when you come home, he'll rub your feet. He'll have you order you some dinner if you don't cook. Make sure you take a trip. Oh, your baby, you don't look so good. Why don't you lay down? Be your support system. There are men out there who do that. But Toya, she has everything that y'all have. It wasn't just that she got she struck gold with Eugene or whatever. But damn, I got Quad. No, that's wild. Quad is like Tyrone. She's a con artist. Drop the link because I have to walk some bitch. Oh shit, I dropped it. Mariah and Quad used to date. Mariah said Quad used to date her cousin. He was a street pharmacist. He got busted, and that's how Quad ended up in the car. That's why Mariah took.
Say some stupid shit like that.
And people,
You can't tell me nothing.
real quick time. So hopefully y'all can see it.
Are you able to add to the stage too? See if you can add Dean into the stage, Q. Or is
I
that?
can't. I don't see nobody. I think it's just you.
No, we were talking about that before. It isn't just that she got it.
I think about the 300 mark. I mean, the 3-minute mark. Because the live was 6 hours and 20. I think about maybe go to 3 hours to the 3 hours mark.
Oh, let me see whatever. Damn. Look a little cute. You know, like we just having this dumbass back and forth, but that really just popped into my head about was like really arguing me down about Quad because and she was working behind the scenes to get her back to full-time experience. The experience is there for you.
Because when you are trying to keep up with the Joneses, that is stressful. And I'm also not I'm so pro Mimi and Steve like you think. I can.
Hold on. I think that she gets a hard criticism about certain things, and Quad gets the opposite. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why is it that we question Toya's finances, but nobody ever questions Quad finances? And then when people do question,
But
No, because
Kyle is wrong for bringing that up, though.
But at the same time, it's like you're saying people are going in because of this. The people who are going in on Toya don't necessarily watch Beverly Hills, so they have no.
Like one appearance years ago, and we haven't seen him since.
She makes good
TV. Yeah, she makes good TV, right? So I'm that person. Like I've never been like, oh, get Ashley off the show, get this person off the show, because if we get these people off the show, who's going to start the conflict? Who's going to start the mess?
And she wouldn't. They would still be rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely was clocked out.
Well, she was never clocked in.
But also the reason.
No, I think they settled with Mariah. I don't think they settled with Nene.
Yeah.
I don't like the smoke that I don't like the
3 episodes where their numbers were higher than Potomac. So it wasn't really that different.
Maybe I won't. No, I will.
It's child's play compared to what those fucking Republicans are gonna.
Yeah.
Right there.
Greg wasn't sick when Claudia was on the show.
They pissed Nene off by not filming with her and other annoyances. Wait, they pissed Nene.
It's right when you was in that bathroom.
Off by not filming with her and her other annoyances, and Andy claimed he loved her. Didn't stop. Okay. Nene was reactive, and Kenya's smart ass knew exactly how to push a button, including putting the battery in. Okay, you read that already. Nene's patient was short because
But as far as Married to Medicine, and I don't like that. I don't like the smoke that I don't like the smoke that Eugene is getting when it comes to him and Steve. Steve, you look like a bitch. Well, you are a bitch, and you going at Eugene for what? Over $300? What you really mad about? You looking for a moment because your wife couldn't have one.
Do you think maybe he feels embarrassed because he got ate up? Unfiltered.
Well, that happens to everybody though.
Yeah, but this is their first go around with it.
Eugene was getting disrespected in his face. People was calling Quad called him Eugina. They was contestant saying he was a big bitch, all that stuff. And Eugene never once disrespected those women or their husbands.
Nope. He never did. Poor you.
Yeah, I saw Mimi pull out the phone to pay. She's the only one with the money.
Wait, when?
They paid for the $300. Her smart is gonna say, "Oh, this going to the scholarship, right? Well, where the fuck else is it going to?"
Like y'all gotta make sure. Let's see. What else did I want to say about my soliloquy about so did you hear anything that I said, Top Shelf, about Heavenly not being qualified to be a House representative or whatever she's running for The Stop Show still here? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Top Show, if you're still with us. I guess he'll come back. Let's see. What else? Married to Medicine. Who else?
Really quickly, I will say this, and I said this yesterday, and I say it again, and I'll probably say it again tomorrow. I will say though that Bravo and Andy need to put more respect on Married to Medicine, because those women are really bringing it, right? Regardless of how we feel about everybody, those women are really bringing it, and this is one of the best reunions we've seen from a cast in a long time, any cast in a long time.
Do you think they need to put some more respect on themselves?
What I'm saying is, like, this is what I'm
I
saying.
get what you're saying. Like, they bring in the numbers. Quad said they're the highest rated show.
So they can be invited over there to be on Ultimate Girls Trip. They can be invited to be over there to be on Traders, because you put
But I thought the problem with them was, not to cut you off, was that their schedules don't permit because they're doctors.
But what I'm saying is that may be true, but you ain't got to put the doctors over there. Put Quad or Toya over there. You ain't got to necessarily put the doctors over there. Like, you're just not. I just like they just putting the same respect on Married to Medicine that they do a Beverly Hills or a New Jersey or something like that. That's what I'm simply saying. And I think that Married to Medicine is better than New Jersey.
Well, let me say this. When it comes to, sorry, I went out earlier. You asked me a question, Richie. I forgot.
Okay. It was about, answer this question first and then we'll go back to it. What Q just said. They need to put more respect. He said they need to put more respect. Go ahead.
I think that Married to Medicine is a good show. I think that Quad embellished when it came to the numbers, because I looked it up, because they had maybe 2 or 3 episodes where their numbers were higher than Potomac. So it wasn't really that different. The housewife shows get more engagement via Twitter, social media, and all that stuff, because it is a housewife show. So that's why it seems bigger. But Married to Medicine is a good show. You know what I mean? There's stuff there. When it comes to the drama, you see real marriage problems, real talk. You know, it's real. It's not forced. And these girls have been together for years. You know what I mean? They've known each other for years. So the cast itself, you can add 1 or 2 here and there. Side note, I saw Angel at a restaurant in Sherman Oaks the other day.
Where's Sherman Oaks? What's the name?
Say what?
That's LA.
The big Angel or little Angel?
The video hoe Angel, the nurse, the video hoe?
The nurse Angel, yeah.
Okay,
she was
nurse
with,
Angel.
I guess she was with her boyfriend and her daughter, or I guess her husband.
The one that was on, she got a husband now?
She ain't got no husband.
Whoever that dude was. Whoever.
Okay.
I guess so, yeah.
So she really does go with him.
Yeah, they were definitely much together. But what I was gonna say was this: with Heavenly, people, the fans are saying, well, you can't come for Heavenly, you can't say this about Heavenly and all this other stuff. What we are saying as reviewers of this show is child's play compared to what those fucking Republicans are gonna drag her ass for running for House Representative. So please do not come to me with no bullshit like that. They're gonna drag her the fuck out, woo her out, wooed out.
This is a part of my problem about what the cast is saying about Heavenly being fit to run for office. We have a commander-in-chief who, people are saying that he is, I don't know, I don't think mens rea is the term, but like he is not competent mentally to be in office. Like there's a shadow I know they joke about it, but there's a shadow government. Like he is not in charge. They asked him about the war. He starts going on about a Sharpie pen the other day. Like there is a lot of buffoonery and fuckery going on in the government right now. And my point, what is my point? My point is that when Toya and Simone, Dr. Simone, who is a doctor, gets on the internet or on every platform and say that she's not qualified, she's not this, she's not that, it just gives them ammunition to come for her. It's just like, not, I hate to make this comparison, but like with maybe I won't. No, I will. I'll make a different one. With the whole, when Jay-Z was accused of the thing with that 13-year-old MR girl, because everybody in the comments was, when Diddy went down, Jay-Z's neck, Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that, it made them feel comfortable to even come at Jay like that. Where, come to find out, it wasn't even like legal for them to even do the paperwork. They weren't even in the same city at the same time. Like, it was just all a mess. But because we were clowning so much, because we bought so much of that energy, it made it okay for them when they did come for him to come for him. And it was so egregious, like I said, because they weren't legally allowed to even I forget exactly what it was. I don't know if they missed the deadline or it was a different county. I forget jurisdiction. I forget what it was. And then, the whole case fell apart with just a little bit of investigation. So I played a thing earlier with these judges Trump is trying to get put into office. They're not judges, I'm sorry. They're lawyers and legal clerks. He wants them to be judges. They won't admit who lost the 2020 election. They won't say there was an insurrection on January 6th. They're really like human bots. They're brainwashed. They're repeating the same kind. You know how Pam Bondi answers the question when she answer questions when she goes in the hearings, and what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. No, they don't know because they're not these talking points. They don't answer questions. They just talk in circles. But Heavenly, oh no, Heavenly, she can't be in office. She can't hold a seat in Congress to vote no. We're not going to shut down TSA. She can't vote no. We're not going to defund Medicaid. She can't vote. Yes, we're going to.
Her and Trump are the same person, boo.
Yeah, like I get what you're saying, Richie. I do, and
Trump even mean?
They're
the same.
They're both reckless with their mouth. I think what Top Shelf, please correct me if I'm wrong. The Republicans are going, whoever, the debate is a debate. We know these debates get nasty. If somebody comes for you heavy, you can't say your mama. What you gonna do?
Right.
This not your cast members. So what you gonna do?
They're gonna use all of that stuff.
She's going to say, well, we didn't say that when you voted no to keep the, when you voted against funding TSA.
But the evidence of Heavenly's behavior, just like Trump's behavior, because they are reality stars. Yes, she's a dentist. I get that. But the stuff can be used against them because of how they acted on TV.
So she's getting done. What has Heavenly done that was criminal? What has she done that was unethical? What has any of her businesses failed? Does she have any assault? Does she have a criminal record?
Hold on.
Roll the tape.
What was you saying?
Roll the tape.
What? I'm saying roll the 8 years of Married2Med. Roll the tape.
Because she got a vicious mouth. That means you can't be in Congress.
No, you trying to fight. You're trying to. First off, let's keep it real. She's a black heavyset woman. That's number one.
What that mean?
That she looks aggressive. I'm just telling you, I did not agree with this.
Let him.
What you mean a black heavyset woman look aggressive?
Oh my God!
Just let him finish it.
I'm saying what I'm trying to say is I don't believe this. I'm very political. I keep up with all the same judicial hearings you show. I keep up with that. What I don't believe this, but what I am saying, because I've seen the history based on what we have seen, their narrative is going to be just like Jasmine Crockett, just like Kamala Harris. There's a black heavyset woman. She looks aggressive. We have video of her fighting these so-called other doctors and doctors' wives on video for years at the beach, at this and this. How can she lead a county of thousands of people, where she can't even lead a cast of 8 people. That is the narrative that I know that they're going to put out at her, because she has allowed that. Now, you can be a part of it. When I say her and Trump, I'm not.
This is my first issue. So the fuck what about what they're going to say? Who gives a shit? Arnold Schwarzenegger had a baby. He was on TV. He's an actor. He wasn't qualified to be the governor or whatever he was. He had a whole baby with his housekeeper. Like in real life. We're talking about shit Heavenly's doing on a show to make a show to make ratings. I feel like he switched up when Jamal came up there. It was it was said with a different cadence. But I'm gonna mute you because you got feedback, Lioness.
Okay.
Let me see.
Saying that they have the same ideals as far as him being a Republican, she being a Democrat or whatever. I think the things that she's talking about, I love the fact that this show, they talk about certain things about mental health and this and that and all this other stuff. But at the same time, just because I agree with some of their things to point, who she is and how she is very reminiscent of what Trump is. And I think that people don't have an appetite for that these days, right or left. And I think the Republican Party is going to use.
I was going to say, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Let him finish, you. Please let him finish.
Well, hold on. I think that the
I
white
want him
man.
to finish. I really do, because I have something to say too. Please let him finish.
Okay, I'm going to be finished. I just want to make it very precise and clear what I'm saying about her being a heavier set Black woman. That's just a reality. Come on, we live in society. I don't agree with that, but I'm just saying, if they can attack Jasmine Crawford based off the wigs that she wear and how she talks and saying she's being uneducated, they're going to look at this woman who's not conventionally, as what they say, a beautiful woman.
No, she's not white. She's not white. She's not a white woman like a Martin Taylor Greene,
right?
Who talks the same way that Jasmine Crockett talks, but Jasmine Crockett is looked at as offensive. She's looked at as threatening.
Y'all the ones. Go ahead.
It's not what you have. What I'm simply saying is, we are talking about the Congress.
What does her size have to do with her behavior? The focus should be on her behavior if that's the problem with her. The fact that you keep talking about her size, color, and her physical aesthetic is crazy. Thank you. To me, that doesn't have shit to do with anything. Number one. Number two, so what? Thank God Jasmine Crockett doesn't give a damn about what Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks about her wigs or her lashes. Or else we wouldn't have her in Congress. And however you feel about Jasmine Crockett, she's on our side. Whether you think she's a loudmouth, whether you think she's performative, she is not causing harm, wreaking havoc. Like she's not. They're not enemy agents of chaos like these other people. I forgot what thing is. Hold on. Oh, shit. Excuse my French. I lost the page. Hold on, though. Hold on. All right, here it is.
We had these white men who they were saying Michelle Obama is Black, and we've never seen Michelle Obama act out of character, and they will make something up. They saying that Kamala Harris is out of control because she said the F word or because she said she smoked weed. Okay, so what? But because she's not a white man, and it comes off like that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, in my opinion, is one of the nastiest bitches in Congress. But yet she can sit there and say, what you say, you can meet me outside or whatever. And if Jasmine Crockett would have said that, oh my goodness, I can't believe that Black woman threatened that white woman. That's all I'm saying. But I don't think. But that's not why I think she ain't qualified. I think she ain't qualified because how she acts on TV. Again, I'm sticking with my opinion, and it ain't changing. And if I see different, then I'll say, okay, cool, she proved me wrong. But I'm going off of how she acts on TV.
Okay, so top show. It sounds like to me what you're saying is because Heavenly won't have the approval of white people, or she might be deemed unattractive,
That's not what
or
I'm saying.
fat, or loud-mouthed, or ghetto, or her wig might be askew, or whatever criticisms Dwight might have, that she should sit down. She shouldn't even try to make a difference in this world. Is that what I'm hearing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, because my mic keep going in and out. That is not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying, because I believe that anybody who is touched to run for office should run for office. I never said that Heavenly should not run for office. What I am saying is that the attacks that will surely come by her Republican counterparts, whether it be black or white, these are the attacks that they will say about her. I definitely think she should run.
And what does that mean?
What are you talking about? What do you mean, Richie?
And what
Explain
does
what
it
you...
mean? Like, I'm saying, what does that mean in terms of who gives a fuck about what they're going to attack her on? People, when they run for office, get attacked every day about things. They get that's the name of the game. Like, they attack you on your issues. I've never heard somebody be like, oh, that fat black lady. They don't like just come out and say that. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene did say something about Jasmine Crockett. Looked after Jasmine Crockett said, no, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene said the thing about her lashes first. Well, who knows what came first? But they was coming at each other. For real. But it just sounds like, oh, well, Heavenly shouldn't run because they're going to criticize her because of the way she's a loudmouth black woman. So don't even try it. And I still don't have the words to formulate what I'm thinking about what he's saying. It's bothering me on a deeper level because, like I said, I go to the community meetings. I've been involved in politics. I do things. I don't know what it is that's bothering me about what he's saying. I think it is like I don't want to insult him or I'm not mad at him or feel some type of way about him because it's a lot of people feel like this. But I think that it is like kind of, I don't want to say this. I don't want to see like I'm coming at him. That's what I'm saying. I have to find the words. The words. It'll come to me. Thank you. Internalized racism to me. He's saying what society would feel as a guy said, how right. You don't like having it because of these things. And let's be real, shall we? I don't think a lot of people have gotten over Heavenly calling certain men bitch men. I think that's a big problem with her. Her mouth, she has a terrible mouth on the show. But that is reality. We got people who can't separate reality and reality TV. Okay? In real life, what is wrong with Heavenly? On the show, she's an asshole. But so is Simone. Quad, what would you call Quad? Quad is like Quad, I would be more if Quad was running for office, I would say she is not. I just think Quad is like, I don't know the real Quad. Oh shit. Hold on. My soup is spilling. They call Trump a child fucker.
And he still got elected.
But
right.
Richie,
Exactly.
look, so let me jump in real quick.
No.
Well, hold on. Take this comment down for me, please. Take that comment down. I I'm jumping in because I need to say this. When I was in Atlanta over the last week, they had this election going on. This white man got on TV and he literally came out of his mouth and he said, he's endorsed by Trump, and he came out of his mouth and on his message on TV was, if you Muslim, if you anything, pretty much anything but white, how dare you come down here and tell us how we need to run our country? Who do you think you are? Could you imagine if Heavenly or any other black person or woman was to get on TV and say that?
First of all, she would not say that because that doesn't make any sense. Number one, let me stop there. Because we are under siege right now from these white conservative men, these men who have always been in charge of everything. We are at war with them right now. For somebody to even fix their mouth to say some bullshit like that is some bullshit, and he should not even be allowed to say some bullshit like that. But he is, because that's where we are in the state of affairs right now. I don't know why people would think Heavenly would get up there and have these same values. Why would she say Muslims can't do whatever he said Muslims can't do? No. I'm not going for that. Oh my God, just me. I don't know. I'm making a mess. Number two, the fact that somebody could feel comfortable enough to even say some shit like that is more of a reason why more people like Heavenly, shape like Heavenly, look like Heavenly, sound like Heavenly need to be in office, because these crackers done got too comfortable, and a lot of you niggas are bowing down too much to this bullshit that you think that people shouldn't even try or not even be qualified because you scared of what another motherfucker might have to say. Who gives a fuck about what a cracker-ass cracker got the fuck to say about what Heavenly or Jasmine Crockett fucking lit wig look like? Child, you got me stumbling my words. They not mad about her wig. They mad because she keeps their asses the fuck up. Because she told Marjorie whatever her name is, she's a bad built, bad body, a bleached blonde hair bitch. That's why the fuck they mad. They can't deal with her mouth. Just like y'all can't deal with Heavenly fucking mouth. Let's call a thing a motherfucking thing, shall we? I think it's disgusting. And it is a disgrace. And this is why this motherfucker is in office now. Because the niggas like y'all.
Girl.
Wait a minute.
So first of all, this is what I'm saying.
Wait a minute.
First of all, calm on it.
She's a heavy set black woman. What the I don't know why they set me off like that. I don't know. This is where I lost it. Q, if you in here, I'm trying to figure out, because people like, I'm glad, y'all made up. I'm glad you calmed down. I'm trying to see, like, am I really this monster? Like, and I'm trying to see, like, where did I go wrong, or what? I'm trying to figure out what set me off, or what's wrong with me. I'm not trying to, just like beat this down, this topic down, because I feel like I said what I said. It's like you stand on what you said. Let me read the comments. They're all loud and rowdy. I think he's talking about the social media Republicans. I've seen firsthand how ruthless they are. Hold on. How ruthless they are. Just hateful, and they will use everything they can against Heavenly. And it doesn't mean anything. It only means something to the other MAGAs. And a lot of people are waking up. They see that MAGA is a bunch of smoke and mirrors. They will lie right in your face, and we need more representation. That's the long and short of it. Heavenly personally is bad enough without attacking her looks. I'm just making some turkey wings. I just made some greens and some rice and gravy, maybe some stuffing. He said it is if it was a personal belief, although it may apply to many conservatives. That's the way it comes across to me. Yeah, that's a little personal. We was going to try to watch Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Do y'all want to watch that? We can come back to this. I can leave this paused. We can watch a few more minutes of it if you want. Fuck do that even mean? Like, from what angle? Even if the white person said that, okay, ma, and then if that's how you feel, she shouldn't take her fat ass out here. What the fuck is wrong with you? Either way, I don't understand what that means. Please explain it to me.
Let me explain it to you like this.
You don't. You have to. Richie.
I'm talking to top shelf.
And I'm talking to you because you invited me up here. You wanted me to do the show with you. You have to listen to what the
did, but somebody made the most egregious comment that I ever heard, and that I can't believe what I'm hearing, and I would like for him to explain it. All due respect, with as much respect and love, I really need this nigga to explain what he said. I don't need nobody else to say it for him. I want him to explain what he's saying.
Okay, all right. Okay, let me
and I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm all the way down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take me a Xanax right now, and I'm gonna calm down.
Take a Xanax.
Make it a damn double. Look.
Oh, that ain't gonna stop nothing. It's just gonna make. Watch this.
We're Ramona.
Hold on.
Take a Xanax.
Richie, I will say with all that, those curls still stayed in line. So you did good on that. Okay, listen. I stand on what I said. I know Q, you understand exactly where I'm coming from when I said what I said. For the last time, I do not believe that Heavenly should not run for office if her heart desires to run for office and if that's what she wants to do. I personally, my personal beliefs, I don't give a shit how Heavenly looks. I'm saying based off the elections that in America, in our society, she looks like an overweight, aggressive Black woman. That's facts. And based off her show, based off being on this show for 8 years, it does not help her being aggressive, seeing your mama, starting fights, you fighting on the beach with Mariah, glass being broke, you being involved with that and all this other stuff. And you talking about you want to be the representative of thousands of people in your district.
Well, V. Spencer said, I don't think the case with Heaven. I don't think that the case with Heavenly, he's saying in our world, she could get away with it. In their world, even the most attractive woman gets cut down, carrying herself accordingly, which is true. They call Michelle Obama ain't done nothing to nobody. They call her gorillas.
Right.
But what does that mean? That means something to y'all? That means you should bow down to them? That means, let me ask my question. What does that mean to you? Does that mean you should feel ashamed of yourself? Does that mean you should not run for Congress, even though you are more qualified than any other motherfucker up on that judicial panel? That you shouldn't even try? What does that mean? Because you are a fat Black bitch. What does that mean?
Everybody chill out for a second. The comments, everybody. I don't think Heavenly should run for Congress because I said it. My stance is not changing.
I'm not even talking to you, Q.
I'm talking to the person in the comment who's saying I don't give a fuck who she's running against. She could be running against her. She could be running against her goddamn kids. I'm saying what I don't think she's qualified for. He said what he said. You said what you said. We all said how we feel. Nobody's changing their opinion on it. It is what it is. If Heavenly can get in office and change it, cool.
Wait, let me read the comment.
Cool.
And Richard, you hush.
Don't tell me to fuck to hush.
No, not you. No, not you, Richie. The other Richie in the chat.
Don't say Richie D-ass no goddamn mind. Shit.
No, I'm not talking about Richie on the show. I'm talking about the other Richie in the chat.
No,
it doesn't mean that you don't run. It don't mean that you don't run. It means this is what you're going to be up against. We live in a world where white men can get away with murder, and be able to still walk down the street and do whatever. So all I'm simply saying,
and that's okay.
I didn't say, girl. I'm not all right because girl, Richie, I'm gonna jump through this camera on you. What I'm simply saying is
that you're saying they can get away with it and we can't. That's what you're saying, right?
Like Kyle told Dorit, stop riding my fucking ass right now. What I'm simply saying to you is
but you saying they could get away with it and we can't, right?
Exactly.
Richie understand what we saying. Stop, Richie. Exactly. You trying
let me finish, please. That is the problem. Therein lies
know it's a
the
problem.
problem. That is white supremacy, and it is embedded in your motherfucking brains that y'all are accepting this bullshit.
But hold on, hold on. Just because we said it don't mean we're accepting of it. I'm just seeing what I see on TV. I never said I was accepting of it.
What is this, Erica? Hold on. Go ahead. I mean,
y'all the motherfuckers, if we gonna be technical, y'all the motherfuckers that sat y'all ass up here and said why Trump should be in the office and why Kamala shouldn't be.
Oh, now you say that now. Now you say that.
No. We're not changing this subject. We are
No. Let's talk about that.
I'm on the same subject. I'm talking about if you're saying what we accepting. I'm not accepting of anything. I wanted the goddamn white woman in there first of all, the first time around, and I wanted the half black woman in there the second go around.
Exactly. But y'all was the one policing her blackness when she was running for office, right? Yeah.
Wait, say it again.
Yes. So,
there was people on YouTube and in the comments and on video questioning and policing Kamala's blackness, which did not help her case. So you helped Trump in that situation. Y'all talking about, well, she really ain't black and all this other stuff.
People who voted for Trump helped his case. Okay.
This picture of her down with this badass wig on.
I will not, because this is not a fat black bitch. Okay.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say that.
Thank you. No, I was very confused. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, right. Amy, was you just up here? You come back. I didn't see you. We can come back to this. Do y'all want to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville? We got an hour until Married to Medicine comes on. And I've been down here messing with y'all since 5, 6 o'clock, and I still ain't put these turkey wings in the oven. I'm just cooking me a piece of chicken. But do y'all want to watch Love and Marriage? I think it might be a good episode. MAGA has been nothing but pure white trash standards have gone out the window for politicians. Exactly. We need to bring back some standards. And when this thing is all said and done, when we have to fix everything and put back together the pieces, hopefully we'll have more representation, more black people. Hopefully black people will not be at the bottom of the totem pole again. And may God be with us. That's really all I have to say about that. Trump is dismantling everything, and hopefully, because like I said, the Constitution and everything else is rooted in white supremacy, and it's not fair to us. It's never been fair to us. So there's that. Here goes Jamal. Let's see if we want to come up real quick. Well, I thought he was in Philly. Hold on. Let's see what Maul doing.
No.
Are you here?
I'm here.
Yeah. Well, damn, I can't get a phone call.
No, listen, man.
Wait, I'm on live, by the way. You on? Everybody can hear you.
Okay, I'm glad I, just went on the fucking rant, hear me?
See, I'm a good friend.
Yeah,
because I heard you like, listen, I heard you about to go in. Because we were just going over the live that happened yesterday. I wanted to see, was I tripping and where did I start tripping? But go ahead.
No, I mean, I was so tired when I hit the fucking hotel, man. Like, yo, I'm tired as shit. And this fucking, I don't know what's going on at the fucking, I'm at the joint across from Fridays in City Line Avenue. I don't know what the fuck in the hood is going on here, but they ain't had no rooms ready. I got on a flight like 7 o'clock in the morning out of Chicago. I was so tired.
You have to wait at TSA? Oh no, that's over with, right?
That's over with, yeah. That wasn't it. It was just, but anyway, like they ain't had no room ready. And I usually always get an early check-in being a platinum bomber and member, but that shit ain't matter nothing. They're like, nah, sir, we don't have a room available. So I was downstairs falling asleep in the fucking lot.
Shelby said, hey.
What's up, Shelbs? Hey, Shelbs, how come you never want to discuss your relationship, girl? It's been fucking a couple years now. And we don't know no drama or nothing. There's something going on in the house, Shelbs, and you don't want to say anything. I know something going on. I know something's fucking going on. I know it is, Shelbs. Something. It ain't gotta be super bad, but something is going on. Something. And you got a night shift job. We don't know nothing. It's time for you to start opening up, Shelbs. What's his shift? Shit. It's not the Shelbs.
Not you tired of her. Damn.
You tired of somebody that just ain't did shit to you, ain't said nothing. I'm sick of Shelbs.
You said you're right. I'm pregnant again.
Oh, Shelbs, is she though?
Yeah, she is. Her and Malaya.
Oh my gosh. Shelbs, like, you gotta open up. This could be a show. Cause all he do, he's trying to hold you back. You gotta talk about this shit. Shelbs, he don't want you nowhere. He don't want you to advance. You stay pregnant. Every time I turn around, you pregnant, Shelbs. Yeah, man, like, and listen. Oh, no. I wanted to send you this thing by Vlad, right? You know, the dude Vlad TV, right?
Well, send it to me. Come on the show. You feel like it.
I'm gonna send you the link to show everybody. And tell me if I'm being insensitive or not, right? It's about Vlad is TV, he's real big online, right? And he's interviewing Oskino. So, but even in his title, when you read it, it's like, fuck Iran, I'm glad we bombed them. I'm like, Vlad, you feel that comfortable saying that? Like, you can, like, because he's a Jewish guy, but I'm like, you feel that comfortable saying that?
Yeah, they do.
But now his platform is too big to speak like that.
But you said he's a Jew, other than just hating on my pregnancies. Shelbs is happy. Shelbs is happy.
But I just know something going on in that house. Obviously said.
Shut up, Jamal.
Something's going on.
Shut your ass up, please. Send me the link. There's a much bigger conversation that we're actually not allowed to have that Kanye got canceled for having about certain people. I've been calling them, what did I call them? The Voldemort? You don't watch Harry Potter, do you? He who shall not be named.
Okay. I just think with Vlad, I'm finna you now. Hold on. I just think, like, people be talking about canceling somebody, but like the war with the babies is dying though. Like, fuck all the political shit you talk about.
They don't give a damn. They want the babies to die. Do you know what genocide means?
Okay, yeah. I feel you. I just think that it's really.
They want it.
Some shit is like really, really crummy. Like, you can't, like, come on, fuck Iran, I'm glad we bombing them. Like, yo, man, say some shit like that. Like, when you got money, you can just really, like, Vlad, I'm not fucking with him no more. After I heard that shit, I'm like, yo, man, you's a pussy. Like, you's a pussy. Like, I'm listen, I laugh, joke, and all that, but I do have a soul. And the thing about war, who the fuck you think them bombs hit? They ain't hitting, like, not one general, nothing. Them fucking people, babies is dying over there, yo. Innocent kids. Innocent thing.
They killed 163 girls at school. The commander of war, as he calls it, the War Department.
And nobody more hardcore than me. I ain't with that shit. I don't like this shit. Fuck that.
All right, are you going to come on? Because I actually need this other camera on my. Okay. All right, so we're going to watch Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I really don't give a damn about Vlad TV or going down that rabbit hole with the Voldemort and his people. Let's see. So, Love and Marriage, Huntsville. All right, so gang, I am dropping YouTube once again. I'm actually going to put up, I am going to put up, I think we can watch it on the Richie B sides. What is this? My pronouns, child. Oh, the series, we need to make a list. The series Unreal, I found it on the website. We can watch that series too. What else? All right, so we're doing Richie B sides. No, Richie B, Twitch. All right, let me add Twitch. Edit, add Twitch. All right, Twitch is added. Do I want to? All right, let me take down Twitter. Did we talk about anything significant with her? No, I'm going to remove this from Twitter. Okay, so now I'm adding Richie B sides and Twitch. All right. Now I'm going to remove. I'm putting Twitter back. Let me put the link for Richie B sides and Twitch. We have Richie B sides in the building. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm not sure. All right, so we go back over here. All right, that is Richie B sides. Now I am removing Richie B. We don't want any more copyright strikes.